Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well. So, today we'll do another requested reading, and this time the question is: how do Republican voters feel about what Trump has done to the country so far? Are they still all in? Okay, so let's do a collective reading for the Republican side. How do they feel about Trump's second term and everything that he's done? Okay, so we have the Republicans on here and external influences. Okay, so let's see the Republicans. Sorrow, Nine of Swords. Flowering, this is the Queen of Pentacles. The World, completion. Ooh, and the Devil, conditioning. Let's see, going with the flow. Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups, harmony. The King of Wands, and the Five of Cups. All right, so not all of them. I don't feel like they've all given up on Trump. Some may still think, here with this Queen of Pentacles, that whatever he's doing, even if it's hurting short term, that somehow it would benefit them and bring them financial stability sometimes in the future. But because we have this in the middle, I think the more general feeling is worry, anxiety, fear. With the Devil here, conditioning, stuck. So with this, I'm interpreting that they're still stuck. They're still bound, a lot of them. Although they feel this fear and anxiety, but I just feel like they're still stuck. A lot of them, they just still believe that, oh, it's just something for the short term. Whatever we're experiencing, whatever's going on, it's just, it get worse before it gets better, something like this. So I still see them bound with these beliefs, because the Devil is like they keep themselves there stuck. And then we have the completion here, the World card. So they're waiting for everything to be completed. They think that after it's done, after all the right measures are taken, it will get better. But they're blinded, and despite this, despite still wanting, I think it's like they want to believe this. They're bound to this. They want to believe this, but deep down they are worried. I think the majority of them, they're going through this anxiety. And here Trump on the outside influences, we see the King of Wands, his power. He likes to have authority and control, and he's the one that makes the decisions. Although with these cups here, all this energy, it's volatile, it's, with the Ace of Cups, it's uncontrollable. You know how he always changes his mind from one day to the other. Unstable. This Five of Cups here, clinging to the past. We could link this to this idea that they want to make America great again like it was in the past. They're still clinging to a past, but this card is about loss, Uh, so this type of mentality only can bring loss, nothing good. Although here with the Ten of Cups, like he's promising, like everything will be okay, this harmony. And this can also be, with the past, Trump running away from the consequences from the past, like he would have gone to prison if he didn't win the elections. And now he's just like riding the wave, going with the flow. Yeah, so at this point, I feel like the collective energy of the Republicans is that of fear, anxiety, because this is like when you feel deep down, you see that things are not going right, but it's still hope. This is still hope that here, the Queen of Pentacles, financial stability, that in the end, after all it's done with the world, this is finishing, completion. After all is done, they still have this hope, they're still bound by this delusion that everything will be okay. Whatever promise Trump promised them will come to be. But so they're still stuck in this. Of course, not all of them. Of course, you're going to have some voters who are completely disappointed with Trump and realize that they've made a mistake. But what I'm tapping into from the collective energy, from the general energy, is that maybe deep down they sense that something is wrong, but they're still bound by this delusion, by this hope. They don't want to give up this hope and trust in Trump that he'll keep his promise and he'll make everything great. Yeah, so this is what I can tap into right now. Now let's do another spread and let's ask about later in the future. And let's use this cards. The influence of the angels. Tarot. Okay, so let's see how will the Republicans feel about Trump later on. Will they still maintain this delusion, or will they have to accept the reality that he's completely destroying the country by putting all this incompetence and all these positions and taking all these measures that are killing American people, like with the floods in Texas? That's horrible, absolutely horrible. So many people died. And it's because of Trump and their decisions. They could have prevented it. Anyway, so let's see. So as I say, we have the voters here, the Republican voters. Okay. The Eight of Cups. Okay, that's good. It's like means detaching, leaving something behind. Hopefully they'll leave him behind. The Six of Cups. And another cups. Again, the Devil. So they had it here. Now they have it here. Now let's see what they have here. Two of Swords. All right. I think there's always going to be this hardcore MAGA group that will just jump off the cliff no matter what, even if he completely ruins the country. They're just so brainwashed that they're not seeing reality. They're not accepting reality, because that's what I'm getting with the Devil and the Two of Swords. But I think a large majority of them, here we have the Eight of Cups detaching. It's gonna be hard, because this is with the Six of Cups, this is the past. They've been bamboozled by Trump. they've been emotionally manipulated. And it's hard for them to let go of the fantasy that they had with Trump, but I think a lot of them will let go. The Eight of Cups will detach, but not all of them, because we see these energies, the Two of Swords stuck. So the Two of Swords can also be like it splits between its two sides. One that is kept here in bondage by the devil, and the others that will detach, move away. Now let's see this. The Temperance, the Chariot, this is Trump, the ruler. The Four of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so Trump is gonna try to have control. He has a plan here, the Four of Swords. Delay, postpone. This is like scheming something. Like he knows it's not over. Hey, maybe he's scheming up a plan so that he will not ever have to face consequences, and he'll do whatever to save himself. But yeah, so with the Republicans, that's what I'm feeling. I feel like in the future, more and more will detach from him. More and more will let go of this delusion, of this fantasy that they had. But not all of them. You're going to have your hardcore group. But, you know, to win the elections, you don't need all of them. You need enough numbers from the Republicans to turn things around. And I think that this will happen because this major disappointment and leaving, it's like just leaving him behind, moving on. Yeah, so this is what I can see from these cards about the future. So it's likely more and more Republican voters will abandon Trump and will come to their senses. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. I appreciate all of you. And I'll leave you with my cat.